welcome to the Happy Peace Podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie, and here's Billy. Right on time. What an entrance. That was so fabulous. Good job. Hooray for you. Oh my gosh, those audio spikes are gigantic. um, we're all trying to live a healthy life, right? You know, like red 40 and other colors are bad for you. And you know, you can't have sucralose, and you can't have sugar, and you can't have not sugar. So whatever, you know, everyone's trying to do the best they can in a world where nothing's good for you and everything sucks. And if you know, if you're on the internet at all ever, which you obviously are, thank you so much for being here. I value your time. I hope I don't waste it today. You've probably seen ads for products, and I am a stubborn buttface about that. If I am served with an ad for a product, there's a very good chance I will buy the competitor product. I don't know if it's just me being spiteful or what that's about. I didn't entirely realize it until like this moment as I'm talking about it. But yeah, so I would like to tell you some of the things that I have. I wonder if I can get in trouble for this. I don't know. This video is not sponsored in any way by anyone. I am getting $0. These are products that I spent my money on personally. Did not get them for free. And enjoy. And who knows? There might only be like 3 products. Whatever. So, I am probably gonna need this. So the first thing, the thing that comes to mind when I think of like ads and buying the competing product. Anybody ever hear of Javi, the protein coffees? Well, I saw them, and I was like, And as far as I can tell, there's not a trial option. Like you buy the whole bottle or you don't. Let me see. Javi sample pack. Not even pack. I don't even need a Javi sample pack. This Google search is literally how I ended up buying the one that I buy. Yeah, it says like one bottle is $22, and I'm like, okay, that's not bad, but that's if you subscribe, and then blah 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 blah, blah. And I'm like, So, in Googling a Javi sample option, I found Chike protein coffee. They have little sample packs on their website. It is 5 flavors, and it's $15. I mean, that's $3 a flavor. It is a single serving option. It's a $3 coffee. I think in the long run, Javi's probably cheaper. I think it says that it's like, okay, so this is price per cup is 46 cents. So Javi, in theory, is like significantly cheaper than the Chike option, but the Chike is really good. I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's just like a powder that you stir into water. I do half water, half milk. It's good. I'm a fan. I'm like recommending it to everybody. There, you know, not sponsored once again, but there is like a share this link. Well, let me make sure my name's not attached to it. But there's like a share this link and get however much off. So like if you want to try it, I'll put my link in. That feels stupid to do, but yeah, maybe I will. The other one I see all the time, I see ads for, is mud water. And they aren't mushroom coffee. I don't know. I think again, I went to Google them and see what they're like, and I found Rise. And I'll admit I mix Rise with my coffee, which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure it's like already a blend of mushrooms and coffee. So I'm drinking mushrooms and coffee with coffee. um, and I do have to drink it with creamer. It's kind of funky, but I ha- I think that I am so susceptible to um, the thing that happens. The I almost said bystander effect, the placebo effect. Oh, by the way, it is still the end of February. I am filming this the same day. I did change my shirt and my hair um, to make it look like it's not the same day. This is kind of a giveaway. It is the same day. Um, Honestly, the clothes change is more for me than it is for you. It's how I tell the videos apart when I'm editing them. Whatever. I Yes. So I ended up with Rise. I haven't tried Javi. I still want to. And I haven't tried Mudwater. And I still kind of want to. I did so tried the Rise coffee. Again, I have had just the Rise with water and creamer. I prefer it with like mixed with coffee. So when I'm making my coffee in the morning, it's like a couple scoops of the Rise, a couple scoops of coffee grounds, and then I make the coffee. Get ready with me. Literally, my morning routine, like putting my makeup on, takes 10 minutes. Are we surprised? No. Doing my hair, that's okay. If we're doing a product placement, oh my goodness. Um, my hair used to take an hour, if not more, to curl. It would not hold like as soon as I was done, like I would start here, work my way this way. Once I was done with this side, flat. I hate hairspray. I hate gel. I have never figured out how mousse works. I would like you to know that he just barked so abruptly that a fart came out. So now you have that knowledge as well as me. Um, but yeah, I don't know if mousse is for poof or for hold or for both or how you even do it. Um, my boss, who is amazing, I love her. My boss got a curling iron from Lange. I'm probably saying that wrong. I say everything wrong. But it's this curling. It heats up like so fast. It's not all metal. It's like a plastic outside and then just like plates inside. So you can touch it and it's warm, but it won't burn you unless you touch the plates, which is possible. Like the plates, you can. But the outside has like a fan. So it blows air that like sets the curl or something. I can curl my hair in 20 minutes. I don't because I'm lazy. But they hold all day with no product. It's incredible. Love that. Boy, I hope there's no problems with that. I hope there's no problems with any of these companies. I should do like thorough backgrounds on the companies. I'm bad at that. I'm just like, until someone tells me, I hope everything's fine. Some companies are really, easy to avoid. Incredible curling iron. Back to Rise. I was doing the coffee, and they also have a cocoa that's like bedtime cocoa that has melatonin in it and stuff, and mushrooms, obviously. It doesn't have a ton of flavor, so again, I put some creamer in that, like a sugar-free creamer or something. Um, Also pretty good. But yeah, there's not a ton. They don't rock a ton of flavor. Again, I haven't tried Mudwater. I'm just being kind of a jerk because I see their commercials all the time, and so I'm like, and buying the competing product. what a what wow, that's such a statement to say. Like, I know this about myself. Great, awesome. The other product that I really like, again, I really hope they're not it's like a decent company. Potopia. Obviously, I have a doggy. He goes potty, and I pick it up because not a horrible person like that to just leave it around. If you have a, who's doing that? Don't leave your animals waste out. Come on, be better. You can buy bags literally anywhere. You can buy them at the dollar store. If you come on, okay. Anyways, oh, it's Patria by Potopia. It's both. They are 100% compostable. A lot of bags that say like they're environmentally friendly are actually like composted materials or recycled materials, but that doesn't mean they're recyclable. So I like that these are 100% compostable. Side note, you cannot compost dog poop. Don't, is my understanding. Don't do that. But it's made with vegetable starches and like they're sturdy bags. I really like them. And it makes me feel good that they, in as far as I know, to my understanding, they compost, so they will dissolve. I don't know how long that takes. Again, bad person. Um, trash is such a hard thing. Like, as consumers, we are supposed to be mindful. I have reusable Ziploc bags for sandwiches, right? Um, I I try to use mason jars for a lot of things instead of like little plastic Tupperwares for like lunch meals and stuff. We have glass Tupperware because I'm like, well, it's glass. I think glass is better for the environment than plastic. I don't know. I know like there's freaking plastic in our bodies now, so there's that. um, but it's so hard. I saw a thing on Instagram the other day that was like I can't remember if it was New York or California, but this photographer took pictures of families, like single people, people with multiple children, people with babies, pumpkin. So they took pictures of people with 7 days of garbage, like around them and on them. And it's so shocking how much garbage we have. Even if you're trying to be mindful of how much garbage you're making, it's crazy how much garbage pe- anyways, I don't want to bog myself down in like bummer time thoughts because I want this podcast to be sponsored by little duckies and like happy frolicking hedgehogs and stuff. I don't want badness and sadness and bummer time vibes. Anyway, again, another person that as far as I know, I think the world of them. I am going to Google them before I say it because maybe, I'll correct myself in real time. Why are you so grump? Why are you so grump? But I'm still going to say I've started using Jonathan Van Ness's hair, like heat protectant, hair hold curling serum thing. I don't know. I don't use it every time I curl my hair. Sometimes I just curl raw because I'm lazy and stupid. There is controversy that potentially they participated or displayed some like abusive behavior on the set of Queer Eye. I have participated and displayed abusive behavior several times. It happens. Okay, so like hard pivot here away from product placement to unasked for, unwarranted, unsponsored product placement to actually more of that. Let's do more of that, shall we? I started listening to a book called DBT for Dummies. And DBT is a therapy method for people with primarily PTSD and borderline personality disorder. And raise your hand if you have one or both. The book was called DBT for Dummies. And it's not entirely, I'm not done with it yet. And it's not entirely like, oh, here's how you do DPT, but it does give you exercises and like tips and tricks on how to cope with your emotions and like regulate and kind of reel yourself in. There was one day that I could just feel the boiling point, approaching. I was like, ooh, it was all of 8:29. I got to work at 8 or something. And it was so early in the day, and I was like, it's gonna be a bad day. This is gonna oh. And I got up, went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and just went, that's not happening. Has it been a crazy morning? Yes. Does that have to define my whole day? No. Why am I so angry for like two things that happened? Like two things were poorly planned, and I'm gonna let it affect not just the remainder of my shift, but like potentially my whole night, and like go home and gripe to my boyfriend about it? No. Why would I let no. I have not been in a bad mood since that thought. Since I went into the bathroom and like recovered myself that day, I have been in love with my job. I love my coworkers. I I I mean, I don't love the commute because it's the commute. Who loves the I mean, people, whatever. Side rail, side tangents. Mm. It I listen to it kind of in my like passive downtimes. I've had to rewind it a lot. I've had to restart chapters a lot. As soon as I'm done with it, I'm going to listen to it again. And I have another DBT book on the back burner that once I'm done with my re-listen of For Dummies, I'm going to listen to this other one. I'm not going to recommend that one yet because I haven't heard it yet. But it's such a valuable tool. I honestly think everyone should listen to it. Or read it or whatever. Even if you don't have like emotional regulation issues, it's still so there was something in it that was so profound that I can't remember. And how dumb is that I don't remember something that I was like, that is life changing. And now I don't remember it. Alphabet soup. How great is that? Okay, well, one of the quotes says, do you want to be right or do you want to be effective? And I'm like, hey, that's funny. Like, that is so real because I want to be right. Like, more often than not, I want to be right. But what's the point of being right if you're like gonna start an argument with somebody and they're just not gonna listen to you? I wish that I could find the other. I'm so upset. I can't believe I can't find it. Okay, I found it. You are not your emotions. Instead of saying I'm sad, say I feel sad. If sad is who you are, you can't change it. And that made me like, whoa. And now, like, I don't know, reading it again, I'm like, is that as profound as it hit me in that moment? But in that moment, it was like, like, I am depressed. No, you have depression. You feel depressed. If you are depressed, then like you're setting yourself into a mindset of, well, that's what I am. So it's what I'm gonna be. And it puts you in a corner, right? And so I I loved that. The other brand that I'm like loving, and if you guys know something about these brands that I don't, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe she said she likes this brand. Doesn't she know? I don't. I don't know. So you should tell me. um, the other one I love is no. Okay, so as I'm like talking about these things, I'm Googling them to find out if they are scams. The next one I was gonna say is Bloom. Like the greens. Apparently, there's questions. Apparently, there is controversy. There is speculation. Personal. Again, I am very susceptible to the placebo effect. I do not have a regular digestive system. The rise seems to have helped with that, question mark? Give me. And Bloom seems to have helped with that, question mark. I take a mix of the greens and the collagen. I don't know. It seems to work as far as I can tell. I also have their pre-workout. I'm not great at taking it. I think I also have do they have creatine? Once I find a brand, I like really stick to it. So if you guys know that like these brands that I'm talking about, yeah, so I also have their creatine. If you guys know that these brands I'm talking about are like shady or shifty or far right, please let me know. I like to spend my money effectively. Personally, I like Bloom. I feel like pro, but so yeah, I use the collagen, the creatine, the pre-workout, and the greens, and I like it, but I could be wrong. Again, placebo, me strong. The other one I like is Gainful. When I was going to the gym all the time, they were like, "Oh, make sure you buy your supplements from us," which I'm sure has nothing to do with commission or anything. But they were like, "Make sure you buy your commission from us because we have the highest grade ingredients and there's not fillers and blah 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 blah." Go home and look at your protein powder and see what ingredients are in it because I bet it's full of filler and chemical and flavor and blah 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 blah. So I went home and I pulled out my Gainful protein, and it had one ingredient: pea protein. Just one ingredient. I mean, granted, you buy filler. So you buy the thing of powder and then you buy the little canister of whatever flavor you want. You want cinnamon toast, you buy the cinnamon toast. You want chocolate, you want strawberry, you want vanilla, and then you dump that in there. And then do you want like muscle boost or fat burn or whatever, and you can put that in there too. So you kind of customize what you want the protein to do for you. I really like Gainful. They've got the plant-based protein, which is what I use, the pea protein. They've got whey protein, all kinds of stuff. I like them a lot. The one that I'm going to go out on a limb for that I get ads. Oh, the other one, Wild Deodorant. It's not an antiperspirant, which is a bummer because I'm a sweaty Betty. But it comes back to kind of that garbage thing. They smell great. They last a decent amount of time. They have, they come in the cardboard package and at the very least, I get the sense that I'm doing good for the environment. Because there's not plastic in the shipping, there's not plastic in, you just keep reusing the one thing. I really like Wild Deodorant. There was another one. Oh no, what was it? Oh, the one I see commercials for all the time that I I tried for a really long time and I canceled my subscription because I didn't see a change. Personally, me, it didn't do anything for me. Was Pros. I used the shampoo, I used the conditioner, I used leave-in conditioner, I used the oils, I used the scalp salt scrub. I don't know. I honestly I didn't know how to use it because I was like, it was a paste. I was like, how do I get this paste on my scalp and then out of my scalp? What? What is this? So I tried my best to use that, but I only used it a couple times. But I've used a lot of their products for a long time. Read like years. Again, I don't really know that I think it's actually good for the environment because the only thing they don't send you every time is a pump. You're still getting bottled. Like if they sent you bags or something, I guess that would be better than you just like into your bottle you already have, but whatever. But I would go in there and fill out their little survey of like, yes, my hair is still dry, and no, my hair is not, whatever. It's still frizzy or whatever the questions were. I'd go in there after each bottle and I would give them the evaluation of how it went. And I never, in like the years that I used the product, I personally never saw results. So I was like, okay, I'm all done. This product's not for me. And that's fair. Not every product works for every person. And then that's kind of what their company is based on, right? Like if you're using a generic shampoo, that shampoo is not going to work the same for me as it does for a woman of color whose hair is incredibly different from mine. I don't know. Personally, I guess my opinion on the whole thing, the reason that I'm doing this is if you have a product that you like, that you think works, share it. If you have a product that you're like, boo, scam, or a company that you're like, agenda, bias, lies, whatever, share it. You know, there's lots of boycotting happening right now. People are people are making an impact on big businesses the way they can financially, and I think that's totally fair. So, and I'm also participating in that. I am trying to be very aware of who I'm giving my money to because that's the impact I can have. If you find a company that aligns with you and who you are as a person and what your beliefs are, do what you can to support them. If you find a product that is quality that you think should be noticed, do what you can to support that. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I'm not great at small business, mostly because, I mean, where I'm located, small business gets to be conflated with MLM. So somebody's like, oh my gosh, I have this great cleaning product, this great digestive thing, this great whatever, this incredible supplement, this hair care, they're literally everything. Am I right? And it ends up being an MLM, some kind of scam. And so it's like you think you're supporting a friend or a business owner or whoever. It happened to me recently. I was looking for weight loss treatments. One of my friends was like, because in a world of Ozempic or tirzepatide was the other one. So, in a world where there's all these supplements, and I'm like, I'm not injecting myself with nothing. I saw somebody talking about like, oh my gosh, and it was a girl that I knew that struggled with her weight, and she said, my friend turned me onto these supplements. They're great. I've lost X amount of weight. It's incredible. Like, yes, I ate well. Yes, I was working out. It just kind of kick-started me what I needed, and I was like, I'm in a place of weakness. I'm feeling vulnerable. I'm feeling like I just did an 8-week boot camp and worked out harder than I've ever worked out in my entire life and ended up gaining weight. That was heartbreaking. So I was like, yeah, hook me up with this girl. The girl gave me the price. I signed up. And then she notified me that it was a subscription and it was going to be like 100 and X number of dollars recurring. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. Like, you're giving me however many months of supply of this. I don't need a recurring thing. Like, the whole point is that it's a jump start, right? It's gonna like kick my metabolism, which as I'm saying it, I sound so stupid, but it's gonna kick my metabolism into gear, right? And just push me in the right direction and then it's like a boulder rolling down a hill. Like, I'm just going to gain momentum. And she's like, oh, yeah, totally. That's how it works. But you should get a subscription. And I was like, I don't want a subscription. She goes, oh, that's fine. If you want to do just a one-time order, there's like $100 cancellation fee. What? So I basically doubled the price. Like, I had already put in my order and paid for it, and then realized it was a subscription, my fault, and had to basically pay again. I already told you the story. You heard me the first time. But yeah, it was almost the same price to not subscribe as it was to get a second order. And I was like, that's so crazy. And after the fact, I Googled it. They are an MLM. I was like, son of a biscuit. But it was literally a family member of a long time friend, childhood friend. It was an immediate family member. And so I was like, I can trust her. I know this person. I know the person she's talking about. Wah, 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 wah. And for all I know, it did work for her. And I was just like, I got the box in the mail. I looked at it. I put it aside. Again, my bad. I spent all that money and then I didn't even do it. So how motivated was I? Anyways, yeah. I think support who you can, support who you like, support who you agree with, and just spread the word, man. If you like something, make it known. If something's working for you, make it known. I don't understand people who like figure things out and then like hoard it for themselves. Greedy. Selfish. Shame on you. Like, the other thing that kind of irks me in that same vein, but directly opposite, is MLMs and like Ponzi schemes and get rich quick schemes and stuff where it's like, I know the secret to immediate success. I can make you wealthy in 2 weeks. Oh my, you know, the V-Shred guy, the ads are so long, and they're like, I'll tell you what it is in just 1 second, but first, it's not this, and it's not this, and it's not cardio, and it's not cutting carbs, and it's not lifting weights, and it's not blah, 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 and I'll tell you what it is, but first, and I'm like, you're never gonna tell me what it is. You're going to make me sign up for your thing, and it's going to be cutting carbs and lifting weights. But you know why? Because that's what works. Calories in, calories out, movement, working your muscles, increasing your metabolism. That's what works. So these people who are like, no, that's not how you do it. It's this little magic pill. Pay me $100 and I'll send you a box of shakes. And if you drink 3 of these shakes a day and eat nothing else, and you know, you don't have to run or get on a treadmill or anything like that, but you do have to, at the very least, walk 5 miles a day, you lose weight. I'm like, guess what? Those shakes, you're going to be so hungry. And as soon as you stop drinking those shakes, guess what's coming back? You're going to order a pizza. Like, it's all about forming habits. Ooh, I'm invading on the weight loss episode, the body issues episode, and I don't want to step on toes there, so I'm going to hard pivot here. But those ads that are like, I have a magic secret that's going to make all your dreams come true. All you have to do is pay me for it. Ugh. I know the secret to make on how to make $1 million in a month. Post a video that says you know the secret on how to make $1 million in a month, and all you have to do is pay me $20. And then people are going to pay you $20. You're not going to give them anything, and you're going to tell them, oh, the secret is this. Post a video that says you know how to do it. That's the secret on how to make $1 million in a month. Post a video that says you know how, make people pay you for the secret, blast that video as far as you can, and people will give you money. And I don't know the legality of that, but I mean, in theory, they're like, "What's the secret?" And you're like, "LOL, this video is the secret." Done. Boom, you did it. Like, also, last thing before I cut myself off because I'm rambling. There should be a like legal limit to how long YouTube ads can be. I'm going to be generous and say like 5 minutes. I think it should be like 2 or 3 tops. I have seen like 30, 45-minute commercials. But like there was one, it was a whole podcast. I was listening to a podcast to fall asleep. Not good for you. I was listening to a podcast to fall asleep and I dozed off. And then I heard a voice and I was like, oh, he's got a guest narrator. Okay. And then I kind of picked up on what was being said and I was like, what is this podcast about? This is not the typical content. And gained more consciousness, looked at my iPad, and I was like, this far, you know, the little bar, I was like this far deep into like a 55-minute ad. That's criminal. I was listening to a 30-minute video and there's a 55-minute ad 5 minutes into the video I wanted to listen to. What are you talking about? Illegal, dude. So, anyways, thanks for letting me ramble about nothing to you. If you made it this far, are you okay? Anyway, thank you so much for being with me. I will see you next week. I appreciate your time. Let me know what you think about my products, what you think about my what is on my hand? I don't know. What you think about my tendency to buy the opposite product of the commercials that I see. And you know what products you like. Just say hi. Just do something down there. Something nice. Don't, contribute positivity to the world because we need it. Okay, anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye.